Hey guys, it's a quiet one today. I haven't even got my tripod out. Also, it's pouring down outside, so ignore the noise and the awful lighting. This week's theme is Rant Week, so I decided to rant about everyone's worst type of problem, the first world problem. I just turned the light on, ignore the lighting change. The first world problem is when sales assistants want to know your life story. This happens to me especially when I have my camera around my neck, which I do often when I go to the next city because I'm either filming or just taking photos, and even in town sometimes. Especially actually when you go to a massive city, every shop assistant wants to know if you're on a photography course. This happened to me in Topshop yesterday. The guy was like, "Oh, do you do photography courses or is it just a hobby?" "It's just a hobby, thanks." "What kind of camera do you have?" This isn't like things that happen once in a while. It happens every single time I go anywhere with my camera. I just like taking pictures. Is that so weird? My second one is when you're playing a game and a notification pops up and you either die or it hampers your game. This happens to me when I'm playing Fallout Bird because I'm tapping, and then a notification pops up, I get distracted and I die. And it usually happens when I'm just about beating my high score as well. This also happened this morning when I was playing bingo. Don't ask, I play bingo, not the betting kind, just bingo on my iPod, I don't know why. And a notification popped up covering the bingo balls, so I had no idea what the thing was. And you can't like swipe away the notifications on my iPod, so it was there for like 5 seconds and I missed a bingo ball. So irritating. Okay, so my mum bakes bread, which means it doesn't come pre-sliced like when you buy it in a shop, which is such an issue. You're just trying to cut the bread, as you do, and you end up cutting the bread too thick. It doesn't fit in the toaster. So I'm stood here with this piece of bread like, well, what do I do with this now? Do I bin it? Do I leave it for someone else? Because it really doesn't fit in the toaster. And then you cut the second piece of bread, and you're cutting it a bit thinner so that it fits in the toaster. So you're cutting, and you end up cutting half a piece of bread because you cut it too thin this time. So you can't put that in the toaster, you can't eat that, you have to bin that as well. Such a waste of food, and I hate doing it, but why can't they just slice homemade bread? They should invent a bread maker that just slices your bread and it comes out sliced, because that would make my life 10 times easier. When the free Wi-Fi won't work in a cafe or a restaurant, but you already ordered food so you can't change restaurants. This literally happens to me all the time. So many places have free Wi-Fi now, but it never works. And me, being the socially awkward person that I am, doesn't want to go up to the assistant and say, "Hey, your Wi-Fi's not working, get it fixed." And so I'm sat there drinking my tea or my coffee and I'm like, wait, I don't even drink coffee. So I'm sat there drinking my tea or my hot chocolate and I'm like, I am so bored. It would be so much better if the Wi-Fi worked. Free Wi-Fi is both a godsend and the worst thing in the world. So when people claim to be a fan of a band but only know their most famous or newest music. People do this all the time with Arctic Monkeys. A new album came out a while ago called AM. Everyone knows Do I Wanna Know or Why'd You Only Call Me When You're High. And they're like, oh my god, I love the Arctic Monkeys. Their new album's so good. I love Why'd You Only Call Me When You're High. They've been a band for so many years. Listen to their older music. As I'm conversing with one of these idiots, because it usually happens at school, I'm like, oh, I love, say, Stop the World, I Want to Get Off With You, or Despair in the Departure Lounge, or Pretty Visitors, or Brainstorm, or 505. The list can go on. They're like, I didn't even know that existed. Then you're not such a big fan of the band, are you, if you only know their newest music? Even worse when they go to the concert of said band and don't know many songs. You look stupid. You are stupid. The air around me when I went to Arctic Monkeys was pretty rad though. Everyone knew all the songs, but I saw people on Twitter saying people just sat there like not knowing the words, only knowing the words to I Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor and the new music. Why? Why would you do it? That was my list of first world problems. I love ranting. I'm glad I got that off my chest. It's been irritating me a lot recently. I was writing the script for this last night and it literally took me 5 minutes because I had so many problems. Yes, I know, first world problems aren't real problems, but they're problems to me, okay? Anyway, check back next Thursday for my video and watch every other day of the week for all the other girls' videos here on YouTube Sisters. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!